Welcome to Lifestyles Plus, the magazine of Berkshire, Hathaway, HomeServices, EWM Realty. I'm your host, Olga Villaverde. Joining me today to talk about luxury, fashion, art, and travel, getting us ready for the summer, is editor-in-chief of Lifestyle South Florida magazine, Anetta Nowosielska. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
You look gorgeous as always.
Likewise.
Speaking of gorgeous, oh my gosh, let's talk about the cover of Lifestyles magazine.
Yes.
She's gorgeous. Who is this?
Martha Graf. She is a fantastic Brazilian model who has quite a global footprint, and we thought she'd be perfect for the cover.
I was reading a little bit inside before we got started, and I love the fact that not only does she work hard and she models and she's spectacular, but she does a lot of good for children.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
She has an organization. She raises funds for children all over the world, and that's her way of giving back. So it's quite a beautiful balance.
That's fantastic. Okay, so we have so much to talk about. I have so many notes here. Let's start with fashion designer and artist Oscar Cavello. Tell me about him. He went from fashion to painting.
But never quite giving up on fashion. And actually, he is somebody people in Florida would probably know. He dresses quite a lot of elite and VIPs in Florida and South America. And he decided to take up painting. Obviously, he moved back to France because he had an atelier there where he created haute couture, where he showed in Paris. And he picked up painting as a way to, I guess, compensate for the lot of things he couldn't do during pandemic. And this particular style of painting is very reminiscent of what he does in his atelier. It's very bright, it's colorful, it's detail-oriented. And I think he's found quite a huge success with it. So it's a beautiful merger of two for him.
And he really is all about South Florida. He exudes Miami, the colors, the vibrancy. I just love that about him.
Well, it should be said that he was born in Venezuela, so he has a affinity for color, and red he does really beautifully, kind of like Mr. Valentino. And he has this exuberant, beautiful way of dressing women, and it sort of transpired to his paintings. And now he's also taking the paintings and making them into tapestries. So it's sort of like a continuation of a story in a very unique way.
All right, Anetta, I was looking through the magazine, and I saw you have a fabulous section here. I actually marked it because I didn't want to get lost. It's called Globe Trot. And I love it because it gives me an idea of where to go. And some areas that you recommend are just amazing.
Yes.
The Bahamas, Costa Rica.
Yes.
Tell me about Globe Trot.
Sure. So this is the summer issue, and obviously we would dedicate a lot of time to travel. And this is our idea of where you should go next. These locations are not necessarily kind of very well known, if you will, maybe not on top of everybody's list, but we started the story with Malta, which is a small little island.
I haven't been there.
Neither have I.
Okay.
And I would want to go now. We've tapped one of the locals to share her itinerary through the island, and the island is sort of interestingly located at where sort of North Africa and Southern Europe meet, and with a lot of influence from Middle East. So culinarily, architecturally, aesthetically, it's a very vibrant, very unique place in the world.
And I'd love the suggestion of what to bring. Just swimsuit, light clothes, sandals, sunglasses, and a hat. That's my place.
Yes, you should do that, but you should probably bring something fancy to wear because there's some remarkable restaurants on the island that are recommended, so that's also part of the story.
How did you pick these in terms of for the experience? Because there's just so many places.
Right. Well, each kind of brings in something unique, right? Malta is unusual. Bahamas is a location all South Floridians really love during the summer, and they boat there. So we've tapped another local in Bahamas to give us his way of kind of introducing you to the local spirit through the restaurants, through bars, and maybe special places that are not necessarily very known. Costa Rica was chosen because I think it's really a phenomenal place.
I love Costa Rica.
Yeah, and I recently went there to see the Four Seasons property, which was spectacular. And this itinerary is also crafted by people who have a property on the Peninsula Papagayo. It's just a beautiful place for people who are really ecologically sensible and sensitive, and are really, really looking to do something that's really meaningful and low impacting the environment.
Great suggestions. And Maine, you can never go wrong there.
You can never go wrong. And we thought that this was a perfect slice of Americana to put in the story. It is also told by the perspective of a fashion designer who is also doing the interiors on the property. And so it's very skewed towards the aesthetic of the place, and it's quite different than anything else or any other place they can think of.
Isn't it great that people are traveling again?
It is, and
that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
I love it, because you open the magazine, there's color, there's vibrancy, and there's hope.
Yes, there's always hope, and we also encourage you to think that all the journeys don't always have to be outside of the country. Sometimes journeys are at home, your favorite place is at home.
Well, that's my favorite spot right there. I can tell by the
Bahamas,
water.
right?
That's the Bahamas.
Yes, it is.
And that's where I'll go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
Nice
see you
to
next
see you.
time.
Thanks.
I appreciate it, Anetta.
Thank you.
Up next, we're going to find out how one great love gave the world fabulous wines. And Anetta, it's my mom's favorite.
Yes, it is. I know.
It's Santa Margarita. That's a hint. We'll be right back.